Hi, my name is Lisa Doyle, and I'm here interviewing Mr. Bob Michaels with Smith Alling. And I get to ask him anything I want about elder law attorney. So I bet about what it means to get into elder law. I bet you guys have some questions for him yourself. So Bob, my first question for you is...
I see you brought a whole bunch of things here, so I'm getting nervous. No, fire away.
Let's see, what is the most probably top? I actually want to understand for your client, when they walk in the door here, what is, after they fill out the paperwork that they get, they have don't they have paperwork they have to fill out before they walk in your door?
We try, people come to us usually from referrals from people like Lisa
Right.
of K-Care here or other CPAs or CPAs, accountants, other people. And when we know they're coming in, quite often we will mail to them either through email or regular mail, what's called an estate planning questionnaire or something to start gathering some facts about them. Quite often they will come in with that. So if they come in armed with that, we try not to bombard them with too many clipboards and paperwork when they come in. If so, we have a client intake sheet so we can check for conflicts and things like that. So they would come into our office,
Okay.
and there's free parking downtown Tacoma. That's an amazing feat. But and they come in and they would, if they haven't filled out their estate planning questionnaire, they would then fill out a very brief intake form.
So they get the information, and I can give you a scenario I get quite a bit, because this is how they end up becoming a referral for you is, okay, well, mom has this property and she's remarried and dad has this property and I'm the power of attorney for both of them and they have this much money but both of them need care. And what do we do and where do we start? And I say, call Bob. And so they give you a call, they filled out this paperwork and they've walked in. And what's the first thing you're going to do with someone in that scenario I just gave you?
Right. Well, first we want them at ease because I like to take extra time to spend with them, making them feel comfortable. We usually meet here in my office versus in a colder conference room. And the whole idea behind that is I want to have a detailed discussion with them about what's going on in their life, what's bothering them, and then more specifically, why they're here.
Right.
And then so a lot of questions will be or a lot of introductory discussions will sometimes just be asking them about some of their hobbies or how they spent the weekend, what's going on in their life, and usually from that flows some of the things that are bothering them most or that they wish to talk about today. So and that's my primary goal, is to have them comfortable and feel that they can open up and talk, share with us.
So they share this whole picture with you. You guys build a relationship and they're ready to move forward. It's the behind the scenes that makes what you do so invaluable. So you get their information. You guys are on the same page together. We know what direction everybody's going. What happens behind the scenes? Why use an elder law attorney?
Well, why an elder law attorney is, particularly if you have an elder law issue, and most people, if they are dealing with any type of estate planning in today's society as we age as a population, really need to be with an elder law lawyer. An elder law lawyer, by definition, is basically a lawyer that spends a significant amount of his or her time dealing with issues that elders face the most often, whether it be care issues, whether it be power of attorney issues, whether it be dealing with banks, whether it be dealing with unscrupulous relatives, whether it be dealing with purchasing cars or property, or trying to get rid of properties, or trying to line up health care.
Sure.
Those kinds of issues are things that elder law lawyers like myself deal with every day, and so we've learned the nuances of this complex web we call elder law. In our society, we love to go through, if we want a hamburger, we want to go through the drive-thru and get it immediately.
Sure.
When people have questions about law, they like to go to door number 2 if they are dealing with a property dispute, door number 3 if they're dealing with elder law. Well, elder law is one of these complex webs. Depending upon your individual circumstance, there may be multiple doors that you have to enter, and that's what elder law lawyers have come to learn through experience and talking to the lawyers and educating ourselves and mainly dealing with cases just like our many clients. And so we've learned ways of addressing their particular circumstance, that we can bring that expertise to them. So once we've learned what it is that is going on, we discuss strategies with the client and decide on what 2 or 3 options might be the best for them. We discuss pricing, whether it's a flat fee or an hourly, and approximately how much it would take to get done. And then if they decide to move ahead with us, and there's never any pressure to do that unless there's a medical emergency or a crisis in their circumstance. Then they'll leave. And then what we generally do is send out what's called a fee agreement. Lawyers are required to have a fee agreement with their clients, where we.
So you know what, you have a pretty good idea of what the fee's going to be that day. It sounds like.
Exactly.
That's great.
And then we set up a file for them. We run conflict checks to make sure that we haven't represented a party that might be adverse to them or that would compromise our ability to make fair and objective
Which is huge.
Opinions or advice or give advice. And so file set up, and we'll start work on what it is that we're doing for them. We will stay in contact with them, send out drafts, and then we usually conclude what we're doing. Again, it depends on, some matters go over periods of months, if not years. Some are wrapped up very quickly in a year.
Okay, so something as simple as a power of attorney would be a good reason to use an elder law attorney. It might be a quickie. Or if you're trying to figure out what to do with all kinds of finances and properties and what would be the best way to finance your long-term care plan, that's a great task for you as well, right?
Correct, yeah. We try to, with long-term care planning, it's more than just simply preparing documents or deciding whether you need a power of attorney or whether your existing documents are sufficient. It's what's going on in your life. Where do you see yourself in 6 months or a year? Do we have health issues that we need to plan ahead for? Are the documents that we have in place now, will they address those situations, and do we need to modify those? Do we need to call someone like Lisa for an assessment? Do we need to look at placement options? All of those come into play that we discuss and go into what we call a life plan, and that's
life plan, so important.
And that's what we pride ourselves here in this firm, is we provide written life plans for our clients to help them put at ease. So we think through these issues, we create a plan, they know what it costs, and we start implementing that. And quite often those are fluid, as we know things change and events occur. We had someone who was in a hospital, seemed like a fairly minor situation, did not have the power of attorneys, and those sort of things. We had that all done. They came out, and lo and behold, they passed away. And so things went from bad to worse, and it was totally unexpected. So that's the nature of our practice and the nature of the things that we do.
So an elder law attorney is really hiring an expert who knows all those things that have to do with long-term care, have to do with decision-making, all those things. And so going to someone who does not do that on a daily basis is sort of like you said, going to Taco Bell I don't know if Taco Bell's okay to say, but going to a taco place to get a burger.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is, there are so many specifics that you have to know. And for example, to whether or not you qualify for Medicaid, or how are you going to pay, or what does your insurance policy say, it really takes an attorney who has spent years addressing situations just like that.
And how many years is that for you, Bob? Is that okay to
I've been a
ask?
lawyer 30 years, yes, and I've done elder law for all 30 years of it, and estate planning and thousands
And all
of cases.
here, right?
I've been with Smith Only since 2000.
But I mean, all here in the local community?
All here in Tacoma, yes.
So that's amazing.
Yes.
So you sound like a very strong resource for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So, and again, thank you for answering my questions. Do you want me to ask you any more?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
I didn't know how long we went.
Probably.
So now we're just rambling. Can we edit that?